You will need to go in and create scenes that control the websites and the way students use Chromebooks in your classroom. You can do this by clicking on the Scenes button in the left-hand menu. One new update to GoGuardian is you can delete scenes that you've already made. This is a new feature. So if you delete a scene, it will tell you all of the classrooms that this scene is being removed from. So go ahead, you can, if you delete it, it's automatically removed from the classroom and you don't have to worry about it anymore. So to add a scene, you're going to click Add Scene. You can choose a different pattern for each scene, and then you can name it whatever your scene means to you. Whether you run your scene in allow mode or block mode is up to you. When you run a scene in block mode, you will have to add all the websites that you plan to allow students to access. This can get tricky because sometimes one little mistake in the website will prevent students from being able to access it. So I would run your scenes in allow mode and then enter websites as you go that you don't want students to access. So maybe you don't want students to access NitroType while they're in your classroom. You're going to add that website, and this will block students while they're in your scheduled scene from accessing NitroType. They'll be able to access everything else for your class, but if they try to go to NitroType, they'll get a message saying that the website is blocked. So once you can manage the amount of tabs that your students are allowed to have open in your class, I would always let them have at least 3 tabs open, because if they try to open documents from Google Classroom, it'll open in a separate tab every time. And so if you don't allow at least 3, sometimes it'll block students from opening tabs. You can have a website that automatically opens up when students come into your class period. So it will open that tab when students are entered into your GoGuardian session. So any websites that you want to auto open when students enter your classroom, you'll enter them in the auto open tabs spot. So once you've created your scene and you're done, just click Save Scene, and then you can go to your classrooms and choose Settings and assign scenes to specific classes, and then just update your classroom. So that means every time students enter in from that classroom into your GoGuardian session, they're automatically put in that default scene.